It's Lori. How you doing? Hey, have you ever been in a situation where maybe something negative happened? You're trying to get out of a negative situation, or a relationship is not going the way you want. You're in a negative bind, and you come up with all these solutions, and you do it, and you act quick, and it all just falls apart. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about acting quick. I want to talk about controlling situations. I want to talk about having it our way. Are you one of those people that has to have things your way? Are you one of those people that makes quick decisions and your decisions are based on you? Now, so many times I ask people to describe themselves, and the description that they give me is not the description that other people around them would give me. They may think that they're giving and caring, and other people around them will describe them as selfish, self centered, control freaks. They may see themselves as not so great, and everyone around them sees them as wonderful and giving and caring. And some people may say, "Oh, I never do enough," and everybody around says, "Oh, they're always doing something for someone." Or, that kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to go just one way, both ways, both ways. I want to talk about the spirit of pride. There's nothing wrong with being like proud of your children or proud of yourself for accomplishing something. I'm talking about the spirit of pride that comes in, that makes you want to be in control of everything, that makes you make decisions that hurt other people, and then make excuses for those decisions rather than look and say, "Hey, I was wrong." That makes you make decisions. So now, where God tells us that we're to be the lender, not the borrower. But because you have to have the best of everything, now you owe and owe and owe. Or because you had to make a rash decision and have things your way, other people are hurting. The spirit of pride destroys people. The spirit of pride is what makes people judge other people and say, "Oh, well, I would never do that." Have you ever been in traffic with somebody and they just bitch about everybody else on the road? They're the best driver in the world. I know that's just a small thing. That's little. That's like anger issues, but it's also pride. Pride will also prevent somebody from asking for help when they need it. Pride will also block relationships, because if you have the spirit of pride, you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to tell the truth. You don't want to reach out to somebody. Say you're in a dating situation, you really like this person, and you don't want to reach out because you may get rejected. Or you immediately jump to the conclusion that the person's not interested in you because they didn't respond right away. See, a humble spirit will do a couple different things. A humble spirit will lead you to seek spiritual guidance before making any decision or any big decision. A humble spirit will lead you to helping other people without worrying about the cost to you. Now, I'm not saying it will make you a fool, but see, when you're humble, you see your own imperfections. You see where you needed forgiveness and you got it, and you're grateful for that. The humble spirit will make it so you're not judging people as you're going around, as you're even driving, even the little things. I'm not saying you're never going to get angry at the slow person in front of you, but the humble spirit will first jump to, "Hey, wonder why that person's going so slow. I wonder if there's a problem." The humble spirit will allow you to go ahead and reach out to that person that you are attracted to, because even if you get rejected, you feel there's a reason why you're supposed to be connected. And you won't immediately jump to, "Oh my goodness, it's about me," if they don't answer right away. See, a humble spirit, if you can humble yourself and you can see your own imperfections, and you can see that this world, negative stuff happens in this world, and we all need to stand together. A humble spirit's not going to make you a fool. A humble spirit's not going to take away your common sense. No, exactly the opposite, actually. A humble spirit, yeah, you might get hurt because you know what? This world is a rotten place, and a good majority of the world follow the worldly point of view. But let me tell you something, you're going to grow spiritually. You're going to be a better person for it. You're going to have a peace that none of those other people can have. You're going to be a better communicator. You're not going to take offense so easily, and you're not going to hurt people. I mean, sure, we all hurt people every day. Unfortunately, we're all growing, but you're not going to hurt people as much. You're not going to make rash decisions. You're going to think about others. If you have any of the things that I talked about in the beginning, you need help and you want to work it out with a spiritual life coach, definitely email me. But if you don't want to do that, if you just talk to God about it, think about it, write down some things where you may have been prideful, even if you didn't recognize it as pride. See, that's the thing. Any of these negatives, the enemy doesn't come in saying, here I am, this big monster. Sometimes he comes in as the spirit of pride. Sometimes he comes in as something that looks wonderful. If your actions hurt another person, chances are it wasn't the way it was supposed to go. Especially if it was an innocent person. If your actions or your thoughts or the way you make decisions are completely about, you, maybe you might want to rethink that. If you find yourself making up reasons why you couldn't help another person, and you can list the reasons, but you feel defensive about it, they're probably not reasons, they're probably excuses. I was in a Bible study not too long ago, and I heard people making excuses for not helping people. And even when I tried to point that out, I still got a defensive tone, so I just dropped it. The humble spirit will also show you when it's time to kind of just, okay, be quiet. Sometimes you got to walk away from people. Sometimes people do not want to learn. Sometimes people do not want to grow. A humble spirit wants to learn, wants to grow, wants to rise above. Just something to think about. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.